Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cold Calm Daily Minute Podcast. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Taya.
Okay, today we're going to look at another one of the Cold Calm topics. Today's topic is...
memory!
I got a good memory.
I have a very bad memory.
Okay, well, let's jump right into it. Number one, what things are important to remember and why?
Ooh. A lot of things are important to remember. Things you use, like things you need in your daily life, first of all. Not as much things you learn in school that maths, honestly. Never have I used that after graduating, but you know.
I'll say one thing that's important to remember. Your mom, and you have to call her a lot.
Yeah.
You have to remember your mother's birthday and remember to call her as much as possible.
Right. I think sometimes it's good to have a good memory about just little things that your friends or family mention here and there, like what they like, stuff like that. Cause, you know, when someone else remembers little things about me, that's such a 감동. What's that in English?
It's touching.
Yeah, exactly.
It's emotion. Touching. I try to do that as much as possible. Just remember.
I try, but my memory.
Your memory's poor. Do you want to read number 2?
Yes. What music brings back memories for you? Ooh, describe the memory. Why do you think that is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think sometimes certain songs that you listen to, you kind of just always think back to
the times, all that
or
stuff. Or
when you first heard it. It just kind of sticks around forever.
Yeah, I still remember all the music and that I listened to in high school, and even every genre of music is a certain period that I've had in my life.
I read once that apparently the music you listen to at 14 years old, kind of sets the tone for your life.
It
that kind of
you.
Stays with you forever. And I was like, oh, that's very accurate for me. Because that's when I started listening to K-pop.
Oh my God.
And now I work as a songwriter for K-pop, so
wow. Do you often go to the Noraebang too to bring back these memories?
I love Noraebang. Yes. That's my childhood. I always, whenever I hear K-pop from the early 2010. Yeah, 2010.
Yeah. So I always, when I go to the Noraebang, it's singing the songs from my high school or their early nods, but then also when I'm with my Canadian friends, they don't have Canadian songs in the Noraebang, so sometimes we just do YouTube, and so it's just remembering all that stuff too. Right. So it's bonding.
It is, definitely.
Do you want to read number 3?
What memory is your happiest?
Ooh.
That's a heavy question. Because I really wish I could think of one thing right away. But I'm trying to find happiness in the small moments of life too. That's what I'm kind of trying to focus on right now. Okay. And I can't really think of just one happiest. I really wish I had one happiest moment of my life.
You know what, I'm going to tell you.
I hope it's still ahead of me.
I have one amazing memory from my first year in Korea. So I came here with my Korean girlfriend. And we were both working in a hagwon at the time. But we would work in the kindergarten, then we would have a 3-hour break, and then we would work the afternoon in the English hagwon. And so we would go home for lunch, and I remember so we would just take a little afternoon nap. So I remember the sun would be shining through as we're just cuddling together too, and there was a piano academy below, so we could hear just piano music while we're having an afternoon nap in the sunlight together.
It's just the magical little moments this sometimes.
That's
when you're suddenly aware of it too. Sometimes I'd be having a lot of fun with my friends, and then we're all laughing, and just kind of suddenly hits me that oh, this is a really happy moment. Yeah, so
that's what I was it had just checked so many boxes for what a good memory was. It had little music in the background and the beautiful weather, and I was sharing it with a person I cared about a lot too. And I was young and I was innocent and now that I've talked about my happiest one, let's look at number 4. Ooh. What memory is your scariest?
Oh. 2019 was kind of a hard year for me. I remember one time I was sitting in this coffee shop in London, and I just suddenly had the weirdest panic attack. and it just was like I couldn't move all of a sudden, and I was just trying to like move, but my body wouldn't move, and I couldn't breathe low key. That was kind of scary back then. But then I kind of tried to like get myself back down to earth. Just breathe. Honestly, guys, breathe. Breathing is important. But yeah, now I'm all good. But 2019 was a bit of a low year in my life.
I don't have when I was a child, it's not a vivid memory, like, but apparently, like, and I have like sort of remember it. There was a TV show that like a sci-fi show that my brother and my mother liked to watch, but it scared the shit out of me. So I remember I remember them trying to watch it, and I go, "Hey, what are you guys watching?" And just go, "Ah!" and running and like screaming and crying.
Oh.
And like my mom's like, "I really like that show, but you were so scared of it. We couldn't watch it when you're around."
But you still remember stuff from like so long ago, though.
I have a good memory. I do.
My childhood memories are all like super blurry for me.
Well, like even my schedule, I memorize. I don't keep memos or anything. I just put everything in my head.
I can't. Like I probably have ADHD a bit. Like
really?
if I don't write stuff down, it's gone.
Bird brain.
Have you had any problems with your memory? Yeah. I actually have really good like short-term memory.
Okay.
So like I never had problems in school because like I would just study for a test like the day before and kind of just remember it super easily. That's why I had like all A's. I was really good in school, but like now
You're like
don't
Dory.
remember anything.
You're Dory from Finding Nemo.
Yeah. I think it's because in general I'm very like curious about a lot of things about the world, and there's always so much new information that I take in that it kind of always pushes all the old information to the back. Okay. Because I'm an ENFP, and we're like I always want to know so many different things. I always be Googling so much stuff. I always have so much new information input. That like the old information always gets like a bit wishy-washy.
Like I store information very well, but then it just gets compacted, and like it might get corrupted, so I'll remember a fact incorrectly. But normally I do have a good memory. The only problem is like if I drink too much, then that's when I forget. Sometimes
it's just like it gets stored somewhere in the back. And then like suddenly, you would think that it's gone, but then I just suddenly remember it all of a sudden again. I'm like, oh, how come I didn't remember this?
I can remember facts and details. I'm horrible at memorizing like people's names. I need to meet people like at least 3 times before I get their name down.
Names.
I'll look at number 6. What do you need your memory most for?
My everyday life. My schedule. Please remember it, Taya.
So I work as like an entertainer, and I do stand-up, so I really rely on my memory. So like just telling the story, even like trying to, because like there's some people that have to have like their cheat sheet with all like the story, but I rely more on my memory to tell my story.
Really? I just be improvising.
Well, I'm good at improvising too. Fake it till you make it.
But that's funny because I'm an actor too, and like I memorize scripts really easily actually. But just like right before. If you ask me the next day, it's probably gone.
Oh no, I could keep scripts. I could keep like at least a paragraph or like 2 pages of dialogue up to probably 2 weeks too.
Oh.
So people
if you ask me the script 2 weeks after I filmed it, I will not even. I can't even tell you one line.
You need that. You need to work on that. You need to work on that.
I do.
How about number 7?
Do you think it's easier to erase bad memories? Would you do it if you could?
It's not easy to erase.
I think you can't, basically, because there's certain things you're just always going to, like, think back on.
Like, your good memories, like, form the person that you are today, but also your bad memories, too.
That too, definitely.
For me, I even had, like, a suppressed memory that, like, one day I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like I remember because like in elementary school I was a bit of a loser, and there was like a graduation party and everyone was invited except me. And then, oh, that's the fly. And then I just repressed that memory. And then 15 years later, I'm like going, oh, fuck, people were a dick to me in life. I'm like going, I forgot that.
Yeah. I think, especially if you try to think, oh, I want to forget this. I want to forget this. You're just going to keep thinking about it more.
Right. But I wouldn't erase bad memories because I personally believe that the mistakes, you learn from your mistakes.
Definitely, I do
So
agree.
I would not like to erase my mistakes because they help me learn and be a better person.
Embarrassing moments, maybe. But even those, I learn from a lot. So
I'll read number 8. Have you ever forgotten something important, like your keys or your phone? Or have you ever forgotten an important date, like a birthday or an anniversary?
I only really remember like my close family's birthdays. Like those I always know. So I don't think I forgot those ever. My keys or phone? Probably. Yeah.
You leave the house and like going, oh no.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm personally good at remembering like anniversaries and birthdays. You know, I always forget something too because like I'll leave my house, but I have multiple chores or engagements that I have to do. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot this thing. It's 2:00, but at 8:00 I'm meeting so and so, and I said I would give them this book, or so I have to go back and get it.
Yeah, I'm definitely very much out of sight, out of mind. That definitely applies to me.
You're definitely a Dory.
Yeah.
Do you want to read number 9?
Yes. Has someone you known ever forgotten an important date, like a birthday or an anniversary?
Okay.
Birthday? Do people forget my birthday? It's like I don't really expect people to know my birthday necessarily.
Yeah.
Unless it's like really like my close family or like my really, really close friends. And they would usually know. But even if they didn't, I wouldn't be like mad at them because I know that I would. It's like, do I even know their birthday?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully we have like Kakao Talk in Korea, so it does remind you when there's someone's birthday.
Really, does it?
Yeah. If you go to like the main contact thing at the very top, it tells people's birthdays as well. You didn't know that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So the contact list at the very top, it tells the birthdays, and then the second one's like your chat log and yada yada.
Good for me.
Yeah. For me, I dated a girl and she forgot my birthday, and it really like it was heartbreaking because like I was working and like I called her basically like at 11 o'clock and like I'm on the phone with her for 3 minutes and it's like 1 hour left in my birthday and I'm just like going, hey, by the way, it's my birthday, right? And she's like, oh yeah, like I was like going, you just didn't let me tell you. I'm like going, listen, it's the 11th hour. It's almost midnight. It's almost not my birthday. We've been I had to call you. We've been chatting for 3 minutes, and I had to basically pull a happy birthday out of her. It sucked.
If it was someone I was dating, I'd probably be really sad too.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at our last one. Would you like to have a perfect memory? Why or why not? How would it change your life?
Perfect memory, like remember every single thing I do. Honestly, I think that might be a bit scary. Like there's probably things you don't necessarily want to remember your entire life. Right. But honestly, it'd be really cool for like if you're learning languages and stuff like that again. Like just remember all the vocabulary and stuff.
There's ups and downs. Yeah, totally. Would I like to have a perfect memory? Again, for languages? No, I would not. And also, I wouldn't like to, even if I had a friend that had a perfect memory, that person would be annoying.
Oh my God, I have some friends that literally remember so many things about me. They're like, oh, remember like 8 years ago when we went to this place? And I'm like, we went where?
Yeah.
Like, how do you remember that? Or like they remember things about me that I don't even remember. And I'm like, huh? How do you know that?
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary. I'm like, wow.
It's my birthday?
Yeah, like that I do remember, but like, what do you mean I said that 8 years ago? Wow.
I guess you have you've already made an example that you have a bad memory. So I think that's your friends compensating for you too.
Yeah.
So don't lose those friends because you would be lost in the world.
I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I think that wraps it up for memory, doesn't it? Thank you guys once again for tuning into the Colcom Daily Minute Podcast. I've been Jeff.
And Taya.
If you have further questions, visit them on their website at colcom.co.kr. Bye-bye. Bye.